Welcome back to the Everton Extra channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little media roundup on what's happened in the past day or two regarding Everton transfer news. So the first one we've got is Arnaud Danjuma is frustrated with the situation at Everton and Leon are keen on taking him until the end of the season. This one's been reported by the Daily Mail. There's been a lot of different stories about Danjuma, most of which saying the same thing, that he wants to go to Lyon and Lyon are close to completing the deal. But today there hasn't been nothing to suggest that that deal's moved forward. But if Danjuma goes, I'd expect another a replacement winger, but knowing Everton, we probably won't get a replacement in. I can see why Everton want to keep Danjuma because we've paid £3.5 million to keep him for a year on loan. And let's be honest, the loan deal hasn't worked out too well. I think Danjuma's been good when he's came on, but nothing to suggest he should start. Now the next one we've got is Sheffield United are keen on Mason Holgate and Ben Godfrey. This one comes from TalkSport. I'd imagine it'd be a loan. If both of these go, I'd definitely expect a replacement centre-back in, because that would mean we'd have 3 centre-backs. And if one of them gets injured or 2 of them gets injured or whatever, then we're done for, basically. So if either of these go, I'd hope Everton and get a replacement centre-back in, maybe a 6-month loan. But I don't see reason in Ben Godfrey leaving on loan, to be honest. I can imagine he wants game time and stuff, but it doesn't really make sense for Everton to let him go out on loan at this moment in time. But yeah, I can see why he wants to go. Now the next one is Newcastle. If Newcastle sell Miguel Almiron to Saudi Arabia, they will use the money to push forward their attempt to sign Amadou Onana. This one comes from the Telegraph. Now there's been lots of reports from the Telegraph about Newcastle showing interest in Onana. Can I see Onana going to Newcastle? No. Can I see him moving in January? Definitely not. Especially with 7 days left of the transfer window. I think it's a complicated deal to make, and Everton will want a fair bit of money for him, and Newcastle are a bit tied up, which I touched on in my last video. But if Onana wants to leave, he can leave in summer. I think Everton will be firm on him staying in January because he's a key player, and we just don't have the time or resources to go and get a replacement within 4 days, whatever. So I think Onana's a must keep for me. And he also did an interview with Footballer Fit saying, I want to break records, I want to win as many trophies as I can, I want people to remember me as the football player I am. Now I don't see anything wrong with this. A lot of Everton fans have give Onana backlash to this. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with a player having ambition. Obviously he's not going to stay at Everton his whole career. Unfortunately, Everton are just Onana's development club, a stepping stone, and it was the same for John Stones, and it probably will be the same for Jared Branthwaite. But to get to that top level, to be challenging with the big 6, you've got to, do this for a few years. You've got to be around this, and I get we've been sort of this club for 10, 11 years, but we've got to get through this, and we've got to work smart with it and build just exactly what Brighton and Aston Villa have done in the past few years. So I'm not too fussed on that. The next one isn't even transfer news. It's regarding another punishment. The independent panel is set to hear Everton's appeal, potentially hitting the club with its transfer ban. That comes from the Liverpool Echo. Now, I'd take a transfer ban and points back, obviously, but it'll probably be just keep the 10-point deduction and a transfer ban. But a transfer ban's better than a deduction, I suppose, considering we're not signing anyone anyway. But yeah, I'm not. If Everton do get hit with a transfer ban, I'll be less angry than a points deduction, is what I'm trying to say. Now, just touched on Ben Godfrey. Then there is other clubs interested in him. Leeds are also interested, and AC Milan. That's what Calcio Masato are reporting. Like I said, I'd imagine it'd be a loan, but I can't really see anything happening in the next 5-6 days with Ben Godfrey. I can see Holgate moving out on loan, but probably not Godfrey. that's pretty much it. Lyon are preparing to cancel the loan of Chelsea's Diego Moreira before attempting to sign not Danjuma. That's Sacha Cavalieri. Like I said, similar reports, and I can expect Danjuma to move forward in the next few days if he does want to go. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow Everton Extra on Twitter to keep up with all the latest January transfer news.